Greetings from Spooktown, Back-A-Lee crew. It's Halloween, and you know what Halloween means? Monsters. And when it comes to monsters, who can top the all-time greatest monster, Kim Kardashian? Well, as it turns out, there is only one. The great classic, Frankenstein. But there's just one problem. This is not Frankenstein as we know it. This is Frankenstein, the graphic novel. So what do you think you know about Frankenstein? Whatever it is, forget all of that. Including that it's good. Because this is an abysmal atrocity that should never have been made. Now keep in mind, I've never actually read the original book. I've only watched the movie. So, I don't know if any of this crap happens in the book, so forgive my ignorance on that. However, I have to say, if any of the crap that happens in this novel happens in the book sucks turds. Observation number one, what the crap is this? Is this supposed to be Frankenstein's monster, or a zombified Glenn Danzig crossed with the Thing from the Fantastic Four? Think you can't judge a book by its cover? Trust me, this one you can. So, dim the lights and grab your blankies, because it's about to get so bad, it's scary. We're checking out Frankenstein, the graphic novel.
So as I said, the graphic novel is based on the original book, so I'm going to assume this is what the book is like. It opens by introducing our two main characters, Chad Kroeger and Dave Grohl. Chad is portrayed by Captain Robert Walton, who is for some reason sailing in the Arctic. He says, "It has been 6 months since our voyage began. We had set out to discover the secrets of the Arctic. Instead, we are a prisoner." Yeah, we are just one singular prisoner of the ice that squeezes us from all sides. For weeks we have been trapped in this desolate spot. Yeah, that's something that's very prevalent in this book. Certain words that make no sense being emphasized are written in boldface and italics. You see that a lot in comic books and graphic novels, and it makes it really hard to take what they're saying seriously because it sounds like they have the hiccups. Anyway, Captain Kroeger finds Dave Grohl frozen in the ice and rescues him. At first, Dave is unconscious, but when he wakes up, he's in anguish, because I guess the Foo Fighters broke up, and Chad tries to console him by telling him that at least Nickelback is still together. Dave says he has to stay in the Arctic so he can defeat the record executive who dropped the Foo Fighters from their label. Okay, I'll stop. Dave Grohl, in case you hadn't guessed, is Dr. Frankenstein, and he starts to tell Captain Kroeger, I mean Walton, his tale. So he starts with his childhood. He was once an innocent boy who loved running like an anime character out in the fields, and his deformed family was very proud of him. His parents adopted a girl who was also an anime fan, and young Frank started getting the hots for his new sister. Then, when he was a young Severus Snape, his mom got dead and he was sad. To take his mind off of it, he went to school to study under Giuseppe Buttstain and Jabba the Hutt. Once he learned stuff, he started collecting body parts to make a new person, and this is where it finally starts resembling the Frankenstein most people are familiar with, at least story-wise. So he makes the monster and it looks stupid, and then he says, "Then all I could do was wait to see if my creation would stir with life." What? So if you put body parts together, it just comes to life? I know it's Frankenstein, but there's only so much suspension of disbelief I can muster. In the movie, he uses lightning to shock it to life. Silly, but acceptable. But this is just a bunch of butt drops. Anyway, the monster comes to life and Frank turns into the Scream mask and runs away. He then makes another dumb face and falls out, and then the monster comes for a visit. He was racing towards me with superhuman speed. So a creature that's basically a zombie has superhuman speed. Fine, whatever. Don't care. Frank gets mad at the monster for no reason, and the monster starts telling a 10-day sob story of how horrible his life is. Wait, what? It just talks? He didn't learn to talk in the movies until the second one, and even then it was just basic words, which is realistic. He's basically a baby in a man's body, that's the whole point. But here he can talk, and he's also incredibly emo. So he skips his cutting phase and gets straight to the part where people are scared of him and he doesn't like it. Then he learns to talk and read for some reason. Yeah, apparently Frankenstein's monster is a bookworm. Who knew? Anyway, he decides that since people judge him for dressing in black and listening to My Chemical Romance, he has to take revenge on them. He strangles some poorly written kid, and then wants Frank to make him an emo, intellectual zombie wife, which also didn't happen until the second movie, but whatever. Frank starts doing it, and then bails at the last minute when he decides that the monster is just going through his emo phase and he'll get over it. However, the monster gets butthurt and kills his friend. Next, Frank and his sister finally have their Attack on Titan themed wedding, but the monster isn't having it because he's too emo and edgy for anime. So he kills Sister Bride, which gives Frankenstein severe ugly disorder, as well as a burning desire to hunt the monster down and destroy him. He tracks him to the Arctic, but uh-oh! A blizzard breaks out and Frank gets wrecked hardcore. That's when Captain Walton shows up and saves him. Anyway, Frankenstein dies, and then RAR XD shows up so he can see his creator dead before leaving to kill himself in a fire. I'm not even making that up. Hashtag hardcore emo life.
So that's Frankenstein, the graphic novel. Now look, I know I've harped on it a lot, but the drawings are actually pretty good. It's just... What was that? Did you guys see something? I'm gonna take a look here. I think there's somebody, like, lurking around out here. I don't know if it's a trick-or-treater, I don't know what's going on. No! The crap!
Now I've got you right where I want you, Dr. Backley Bob. Think you can try to destroy my business and get away with it? Well, you can't!
I only did what I had to. You
are the one who drove me to this.
Drove you to what? You're such a drama queen. Just go away.
It's too late for that now!
I'm shaking. What are you gonna do?
You've left me with no other option. There's only one thing I can do now.